All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are putting together the ultimate toolkit for anyone managing more than one Reddit account in 2025. So, whether you're a marketing pro or you just want to keep your hobbies separate from, everything else, you're going to learn how to do it the right way, safely, and without tearing your hair out. Let's get to it. Does this sound familiar? You want to keep your professional comments completely separate from your, say, gaming subreddits? Or maybe you just need a totally anonymous account to ask for some advice you wouldn't ask otherwise. If you've ever felt that pull to split up your identity on Reddit, trust me, you are not the only one. And when I say you're not alone, I mean it. Reddit is like this giant digital city with over 500 million accounts. In a community that massive, having different personas for different things isn't just some weird quirk. For a lot of people, it's become an absolute necessity. So what's really driving all this? I mean, why are so many of us out here juggling multiple profiles? Let's break down the real reasons, from the casual scrollers all the way to the business pros. Honestly, it just makes sense when you think about it. It kind of mirrors how we live our actual lives, right? You have your work friends, your hobby friends. Reddit's no different. The biggest reason is just keeping work and play separate. But it's also about privacy, or diving deep into a really niche community without messing up your main account's karma. Some data even shows that up to 44% of younger users are running multiple profiles for these exact reasons. It's a whole thing. But here's the thing. Juggling all these different accounts isn't always a walk in the park. If you do it the wrong way, you're not just risking a little mix-up. You could get your accounts banned. Reddit's systems are smart, and if they think you're trying to cheat the system, the hammer can come down pretty hard. Okay, so here are the big roadblocks. First up, Reddit can see your IP address. That's the easiest way for them to connect all the accounts you use on your home or work network. That's a huge red flag. But then there's something way sneakier called browser fingerprinting. It's like a unique digital signature based on your computer settings, your screen size, the fonts you have, your browser plugins. If a bunch of accounts share that same fingerprint, Reddit's going to assume they're all connected, even if you change your IP. The consequences? They range from getting your accounts linked to a permanent ban. As you can see, the only real way around this is using things like proxies to hide your IP and special tools to mask that fingerprint. Just logging in and out is not going to cut it. All right, that's enough of the scary stuff. Let's get into the solutions. We're going to build this toolkit together, starting with the really simple methods that anyone can use, and then leveling up to the kind of sophisticated stuff the pros use every day. So for level 1, we're starting with what you've already got, your web browser. This is the perfect place to start if you're only managing a few accounts and just need some basic separation. No extra software needed, it's free, it's easy, and it's already on your computer. So how do the big browsers handle this? Well, think of Chrome's profiles feature like having a completely separate car for each of your personas. Each one has its own engine, its own history, its own cookies. Firefox containers are a bit different. They're more like isolated compartments inside the same car. You can have your work Reddit and personal Reddit open in tabs right next to each other, and they won't have a clue the other one exists. Both are just fantastic free ways to get started. Okay, ready for level 2? If you find switching between entire browser profiles a little clunky, the next step up is browser extensions. These little tools live right in your browser's toolbar and are built for one thing: speed and convenience. Two of the most popular choices here are the Reddit Enhancement Suite. You've probably heard it called RES, and Session Box. RES is a classic, and it adds a super simple account switcher right into the Reddit website itself. It's incredibly handy. Session Box, on the other hand, lets you create isolated sessions in different tabs, but, and this is a big but, while these tools are way more efficient, you have to remember they don't really solve those deep security risks we talked about. Your IP and your browser fingerprint can still be seen. And now for level 3. This is the ultimate toolkit. This is for the serious power users out there. I'm talking about the marketers, the community managers, the people who are juggling 10, 50, maybe even hundreds of accounts. For that, you need a specialized platform. These platforms are called anti-detect tools, and what they do is pretty amazing. They essentially create a completely unique digital identity for every single one of your Reddit accounts. Each session gets its own virtual browser fingerprint and its own IP address. So, to Reddit, it just looks like each account is a totally different person on a completely separate computer. This is the gold standard for security. Now, I know that sounds really complex, but getting set up is actually surprisingly easy. You just sign up for the service, create a new session for each Reddit profile you have, pop in the Reddit URL and a unique proxy for that account, and then hit launch. That's it. From then on, every time you open that session, you are browsing from a totally clean, isolated, and safe environment. And the benefits here are huge. You get seamless switching, total anonymity with proxies, and the ability to scale up to hundreds of accounts. But most importantly, these tools can cut your risk of getting banned by up to 90%. We're not just talking about convenience anymore. This is professional-grade security. But listen, having the right tool is only half the equation. The other half is knowing how to use it. No matter which of these methods you choose, you still have to play by Reddit's rules if you want to keep your accounts healthy and safe in the long run. So, consider this your new rulebook. First, you have to warm up any new account. Just spend a couple weeks browsing and uploading stuff to build a natural-looking history before you even think about posting. Second, live by the 8-to-1 content ratio. That means for every one promotional post you make, you need to provide 8 genuine, valuable posts or comments. It keeps you from looking like a spammer. And finally, and this is a big one, always assign one unique, clean proxy to each account. Never share proxies between your profiles, ever. Whew, okay. We have covered a lot of ground here, from simple browser tricks to these really powerful pro-level platforms. So now, let's bring it all home and figure out which of these strategies is the perfect fit for you. Just take a second and think about what you actually need. Are you a casual user with maybe 2 or 3 accounts? A power user managing a dozen different communities? Or are you a marketer trying to scale a brand's presence across the platform? The answer to that question is going to point you directly to the right tool. This chart breaks it down perfectly. If you're that casual user with just a handful of accounts, the free and simple browser features are all you need. Done. If you're a power user managing up to 10 accounts and speed is your top priority, extensions offer the best bang for your buck. But for the marketers, for teams, for anyone whose accounts are a critical asset, a specialized tool is really the only way you can guarantee top-level security and the ability to scale. At the end of the day, managing multiple accounts is really about managing your different digital selves. Each one is a little reflection of you, your job, your hobbies, your curiosities. The real goal is just to manage them wisely, keep them secure, and do it all effectively. Hope this helped.